Hi everyone, I'm Casey Williams. In 2015, Ford sold over 300,000 Escapes, making it as the second best-selling vehicle next to the Ford F-Series pickup trucks. So when they started looking to update the vehicle for 2017, one thing they knew for sure is not to mess the vehicle up. So when they looked at it, did some refining, did some enhancements to the car, and it really made it a little bit better. But the theme, I would say, if you were to give it a theme, is simple and sophisticated, especially as it relates to our SE test model behind me. So let's go take a look at it and see why it's both simple and sophisticated. Well, they really didn't need to do much with the styling. And the European look that the vehicle already had looks very nice. And obviously over 300,000 buyers in 2015 thought so too. But some of the upgrades, the grill's been beefed up a little bit, makes it more consistent with the Edge crossover. Again, it just looks a little beefier, a little tougher on the front. Fog lamps down below, they redesigned the front fascia. Again, just a little more elegant, a little more sophisticated. Big clear lens headlamps here. And if you look at this module, it's really a very big headlamp. It looks really tough and really mean. I like that a lot. I like the sculpting in the hood. Again, very sophisticated. Come around the side. Again, it just takes on the profile as more of a tall Ford Focus. And you can kind of tell they share the same architecture underneath. 17-inch alloy wheels, 4-wheel disc brakes. Little fender vents fake, but looks kind of cool. I like the dark gray cladding down below. Again, gives it a tough off-road appearance, even though it's really a crossover that's going to spend most of its life on-road. I like the roof line as well. Again, a little bit of an upturn, chrome. Looks elegant. This doesn't have keyless entry, but it does have touchpad here, so you can get in that way. So again, it's not passive, but I guess it is keyless. Coming around the back. Again, just very clean, very nicely detailed. I like the sculpting, like the way the lamps kind of wrap around. The lenses have been changed a little bit for 2017. Nothing big there. Twin chrome exhaust outlets. Easy to get in, power rear hatch. This doesn't have the foot activated hatch. Again, SC test grade. Gets in. If there's one thing that I would say about the back of it, I think there's plenty of room. Seats go down. It'd be nice if there was a handle back here to flip the seats down. Most vehicles have those now, starting to have those back here. But again, you go around the other side, flip the lever, seats go down nice, and there's a lot of space once you get inside. Well, for 2017, Ford will have 3 engines in the Escape lineup. Returning will be a 2.5-liter non-turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. The top engine will be a 2-liter turbocharged or EcoBoost 4-cylinder engine. And the engine we have in ours is a 1.5-liter turbocharged or EcoBoost 4-cylinder engine. This engine delivers 179 horsepower, and with the help of active grille shutters and auto start-stop, which pauses the engine, at rest, this car will deliver 23 miles per gallon in the city and 30 miles per gallon on the highway. So 179 horsepower and 30 miles per gallon on the highway is a pretty good combination. This car has a 6-speed automatic transmission with manual shift mode, and I think the thing has enough power. You can get off the line swiftly. It's got enough power to accelerate on the highway. But a 1.5-liter engine, even turbocharged, if you're driving around with 4 people on board and all your gear, you may struggle just a little bit. But overall, I think it's a pretty good powertrain. Well, our theme of simple and sophisticated continues inside. So let's start with simple first. We've got canvas seats, we've got a rubber steering wheel, rubber dash, rubber shift knob, no navigation, no sunroof. So it's basically, a pretty basic vehicle inside. But the sophisticated side of it, these canvas seats, they're heated and powered. Nice new touchscreen. This is the new Sync 3 system that's been redesigned for the infotainment. Get no navigation, but it's pretty easy to use things on it. You can direct tune. Satellite radio, just punch it in. It's right there. One thing I wish Ford would do though is the volume and the tuning, they've had this about 3 different ways over the last several years. I wish they just put a volume knob and a tuning knob. It'd just be so much simpler. But what they have here is actually pretty functional. Again, sophisticated dual zone automatic climate control. This does have quite a bit of safety equipment on it too. It's got blind spot warning, rear camera, and it's got the rear parking sensors on it. Again, it'd be nice if it had the crash avoidance systems that Ford does make available on upper end models, but this has enough to get you by. Some other things I like in here, the stereo sounds pretty good. It's got a CD player if you still use CDs, and it's got a neat little thing here in the center, a little screen. It's a little hard to see in the camera, but it's got a picture of the car, and it tells you when everything's going on. So if the blind spot's alert, it tells you that. Shows you where the headlamps are on, the tail lamps are on. If you had the lane departure warning system, it shows you that as well. So it's very nice. Nice deep cup holders here. USB port here, power port. No USB and power port here. Actually has a 110 volt outlet in the back for rear seat passengers. So overall, it's a good balance. It has all the features that you would probably want on a car. And while it doesn't have leather interior and it doesn't have all the crash avoidance systems, navigation, it's a pretty good balance of price and feature content inside this vehicle. Well, for 2017, I think Ford did exactly what they needed to do with the Escape. They kept it simple for buyers. It's a very nice, very easy to drive crossover. But they made it sophisticated enough with the equipment in the options group that most people want, especially with this SC test level. So it doesn't have leather interior, but it's got cloth seats that work fine, and they've got heat in them. So this is a car that'd be really great for kids, it'd be good for empty nesters, it'd be good for first-time car buyers. So let's talk about pricing. Escape starts just under $24,000. As equipped, we're looking at $28,375. Overall, fairly good value. Well, next week we'll have another great vehicle, and until then, storm forward.